Dude, we just beat what analysts say is the best team in the NFL. So what's that make us?
Best team in the NFL.
Okay, that's a bit of a reach.
Hey, Jason.
It's a bit of a reach. Look, after the Super Bowl, everybody's talking about how the Chiefs are done. Chiefs are done. And you cannot say the Chiefs are done after one game.
I'm not saying the Lions are done.
And I'm not, but you can't say that the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL because they beat the best team in the NFL. They had a lot of injuries.
I said last year the Eagles were the best team in the NFL after they beat us in the Super Bowl.
All right. Okay.
No, you didn't.
I did. I also said like we might have beat them if we played the next day, maybe. But
You also
I still had
complained a
to say
lot
they were
about
the
the
best.
tush push.
not for why we lost the Super Bowl, not even close. In fact, all the times the Eagles have beat us, I've not said it was the tush push. I've said the tush push was lame, a bad play. Everybody's starting to notice that now after their 4 times in a row on Thursday Night Football. I'm gonna stop it
got
right
momentum.
here. Who cares about the butt-touching Eagles?
Yeah, no
They've
kidding.
lost 2 games in a row. That's old news. Who cares about the Eagles? Let's talk about the Lions and the Chiefs. The Lions aren't really native to North America, but if they were, Chiefs would have been hunting them a long time ago, right? So
I mean, that was lame. That was
pretty
lame.
lame.
It is. You wanted him to run up the score.
I did, man.
I did too.
'cause
I did
Dan
too.
Campbell,
I did too.
taste of his own medicine.
But they didn't. They kneeled the ball. Bob didn't even see the first kneel, so right before they did the second kneel, he's like, "Are they going to kneel it?" I'm like, "They already did. It's a done deal."
We've
at this
already
point.
got here.
Yeah. So
fake deal.
No way.
Similar to the
No.
fake tush push.
No, you don't want to. If you're going to go for it, if you're going to run up the
I know,
score,
I'm
you don't
joking,
pull
I'm
any
joking,
fancy
I'm joking.
shit.
I mean, but I was like, well, this is the one team I would like to run it up on, and Buck was like, no, the Eagles. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's true, but for different reasons. The Eagles coach is an absolute jerk, and so I would definitely want to run it up on him for that. Dan Campbell, I don't think is a jerk. I think he's a great coach. I just want to give him a taste of his own medicine so he can see how it feels when you get that score run up on you, because he's famous for it. So
Yeah. But at the same time, I respect Andy Reid, and I respect the
I mean,
fact
Andy was
that,
going to do it.
that we were up enough that we didn't have to do that. And that, why risk injuring your players?
Personal
to-
satisfaction.
Yeah, but
Why do you think Dan Campbell does it?
I think Dan Campbell has the same thoughts that Bill Belichick did, and it's just to strike fear into the hearts of everybody. Let's talk about what happened. The Lions started out the game moving the ball with ease.
but
Short chunks.
Short
They weren't-
chunks.
yeah, they weren't getting big
they
bursts.
were
Yeah,
dinking and
but
dunking us.
They weren't incompleting passes. I mean, what was Goff's actual stats? Because they weren't throwing incomplete. Goff ended 23 of 29 for 203. Those missed passes were in the 3rd and 4th quarter. I mean,
Yeah.
they were moving the ball with ease. We didn't even punt. We didn't see a punt until
The very end of the half.
yeah.
The very end
Yeah.
of the first half.
This is really a tale. Yes, our offense was awesome, but this is a tale of Spags figuring out what's going on and then stopping it. And Spags always takes their best thing away. Amon-Ra St. Brown was 9 for 10 passes to him for 45 yards. Now I can testify this guy does not get stats like that. This guy breaks them. But Spags took it away.
He did, and most of those catches, I would say 6 or 7 of them at least, were on that last long drive that they had. He had a lot of catches on that drive. Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, especially on that first drive, when it looked so easy for the Lions to drive. Now, they weren't getting any long plays. I think their longest play on that first drive was 9 yards, maybe 11 yards, something like that. I don't remember exactly. But it was a lot of small plays, and it just kind of felt like Spags was almost there. Like he almost had his finger on it a little bit, how he was going to be able to take over that game. But he had to make a few little adjustments.
Which is crazy because our front four wasn't getting great
No.
pressure. I mean,
And they really didn't until midway through the third quarter, I would say. It really wasn't
and that's
even
when
something.
Spags drew up the blitzes, and then there were errors. And I mean, and the Lions are just good. I mean, they're going to get stuff off on you. Period.
That
you know?
offensive line was
there was
yeah, their
mean
offensive line was
tonight.
I mean,
so good.
there was a time where we were like, I said, they're just allowing dink and dunk. They're gonna pressure up, when they get closer, and Bobby's like, I hate that. I don't like that. But that's what Spags D does. They allow the dink and dunk until they realize you're only doing the dink and dunk, and then they'll stop it.
They started out in the first quarter really using the flats and the side
Slants.
lines, right? And then they threw us through a loop and just went midfield
Yeah.
the next drive. And their first two drives were masterful, like masterful. But it seemed like Spags figured something out. I just can't say enough about the D. And I know everybody's going to talk about the offense and Mahomes throwing 3 TDs and all of that. But I really think the defense is just the unsung hero of this, because the Lions defense was beat up. We saw their backup corners, and one of the guys hadn't even played a game yet and made a huge play. I forget his name, but we should have had good offense against them. But the fact that we were able to hold them to 17 points, that is a testament. I mean, if you look at the Lions' points, they were scoring 34 points a game,
I mean,
something
they said
around there.
They said, even the coach said, we need to score 30 points to beat the Chiefs.
So
That
I'm
wouldn't have
just,
beat the Chiefs anyway.
I am amazed, and I think this Spags defense, even though we see so many flaws with like the front four not getting pressure, they really have something going, man.
Yeah.
Because it's unbelievable. That offense is nuts.
Yeah. I will
Definitely
say
right.
about our defense, the first drive, we held them to 4th and goal. And then there was a quarterback
That weird play.
caught pass that was like weird, and like
So I think
he was in motion.
he was in
so
motion,
they got
and
a
they
penalty.
probably only practiced it 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
in the preseason.
Well, and he never
And-
set. Goff
he
was
never
going
set.
to set, but then I think
But the guy that
whoever
was,
took
that
the snap,
took the snap
running back.
didn't have the presence of mind to actually wait until
Sure.
he
Yep.
was probably in a rush. He wanted to, they wanted to get that play off quick before Kansas
Right.
City could reset and make an adjustment.
Right. But so we stopped him there.
And I'm
inevitably.
I'm glad the refs actually took the time to get it right too.
Yeah.
I am so glad
Yeah,
about
that was impressive.